Hello and welcome to another video of World Warships with RunGB. Today we are going to take a look at the Wyoming battleship. It's a Tier 4 American battleship, and in the opinion of many, the best Tier 4 battleship. Personally, I think others are better. I think the EC2T is a little bit better, and the Miyogi, well played, is better than this. But this is still is a very capable ship, and for the newcomer to the game, probably would be the easiest Tier 4 battleship to do well in. Now we are going to do a look around the ship because usually people don't understand it well, and yeah, because at this stage by tier 4, you really want to start understanding the mechanics of battleships. So here is a video for that. Now the Wyoming is really sets the tone for the American battleships up to tier 8. With the North Carolina, things change a lot. American battleships usually have a short gun range, are pretty slow, if not really slow. They have pretty good armor, pretty strong weapons, and pretty decent AA. So they are kind of the most battleships in the game right now because the Japanese are less armored, are faster. They tend for a more battle cruiser-ish gameplay style. This one in particular has 12 guns. However, the problem with the 12 guns is that the arcs of fire are not really good for them. Particularly so the B and I think this is the X turret. Don't have good arcs while firing back and forward respectively. This one, which I think is a Q, struggles to fire ahead. So in order to fire a whole broadside with this ship, you have to be not that well angled, and that's not really nice. Also, it's a pretty slow ship, and yeah, you feel that wherever you are, your presence is felt. However, if you are needed elsewhere in the battlefield, you are going to take a long while to reach there. Now take first a look at the stats of the ship while fully upgraded, and then let's take a look at what should you upgrade first. It has 43, almost 44,000 health, which is really good. Armor-wise is pretty strong. Those are 12 inches of belt armor, and internally the armor is well laid out. Artillery has 12-inch guns with a firing range fully upgraded of 14.1 kilometers. 6 turrets, so that means a pretty wide and long citadel, which of course is not that good. AA defense is, well, it's crap. It's a tier 4 battleship. You can deal with some planes now and then, but no, you really need to be careful with planes because this thing, yeah, is not really great at that. Maneuverability has a very small turning cycle radius, which is really good. The problem is the rudder shift time is shit. Let's put it like what it is. It's almost 13 seconds. Yeah, you are going to take a long while to change and turn directions. And when you are avoiding torpedoes, that's not really desirable, but it is what it is. It's pretty slow at 21 knots, more or less. Concealment 14 kilometers with no camo. I don't use camo in this ship, honestly. And air detectability range 9.7 kilometers. So you are not going to be seen from very far away unless you are firing your guns, but still the guns have a very restricted range. 14.1 kilometers when the Miyogi reaches 19. Yeah. And also with this ship you can ship up to tier 6 enemy battleships. You are going to be outranged a lot of times, so you have to be very careful with this ship. The upgrades is a very important thing in this ship because people usually go first for the range or the speed. No. With the starting hull, the A hull, no, I don't want to mount it. I only want to select it. Thank you. The artillery range diminishes a lot. You go down to 12.1 kilometers with the other upgrade. Without the other upgrade, it's 11 kilometers. Stock, this ship only reaches 11 kilometers, which is painful, especially so because you are also running at only 18 knots. So the first thing you want to unlock in this ship is this, is the hull. Because the hull gives you more armor, gives you better AA, which is not great, but is going to be at least better than nothing, and you start with nothing. You get a better rudder shift time, because at the beginning it's an horrible, almost 18 seconds, but more especially you win range. You get 2 kilometers more of range. So first thing, unlock the hull, the B hull. After that, usually I would go for the gunfire control system because that adds a further couple kilometers to the range, so you can reach the 14.1 top range of this battleship. And then you should go for the propulsion because yeah, it's 3 more knots, and without it, really, this ship is a turtle. So say that. Modules, I go for battle modification 1 and damage control system modification 1 because, well, anything that somehow counters fire is good, and you are going to find a lot of cruisers that will try to hose you in high explosive and yeah, set you on fire. Skill wise, well, it's pretty much standard for any battleship. You want survivability, you want expert marksman, you might want secondary armament, but first you want to go with high alert and superintendent, both. Then secondary armament and advanced firing training. After that, well, up to you what you want. But the most important is survivability, expert marksman, because the turret return time is very important for a battleship. High alert, because their decreased time to reload the damage control party is extremely important when everything is trying to set you on fire. Superintendent, really good because you get 1 more charge for the repairs. And secondary armament, well, because you get a little bit better AA, and well, your secondaries fire faster, and yeah, well, with the advanced fire training, they also fire faster at longer ranges. I mean, the secondary armament doesn't have a long range, but with the proper skills, you can reach up to 4.2 kilometers, which I guess is okay-ish, but you shouldn't rely on them. I mean, they are only 6 and they are only 5-inch guns, so yeah, there's that. So, well, enough said about the ship. Let's see some gameplay of it. Okay, so here we are, it's the Solomon Island map, and we start on the eastern side going north. Now the first thing I see is a lot of enemy planes coming, and I get a little bit nervous because this ship is very vulnerable to enemy planes. I click on it, so hopefully our carrier sends some fighters. No such luck, but thankfully they are going to concentrate on that Kuma over there instead of coming for me, so yeah, that was really good. Wyoming in our sights. At long range, the 12-inch guns don't penetrate a lot of armor, but still, well, you have to shoot, right? This game I played just the day the sea trials were announced, and I actually got my Omniboy with this ship. So yeah, it was a pretty cool battle. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of enemies coming from the north. We aren't a lot up here. Actually, this team wasn't really good, and we were under serious risk of losing several times and being totally overrun. But well, we are going to see how it ended. Okay, here I am firing. As you can see, to fire all my guns, I have to be angled maybe 60 degrees of the enemy, which is not great for angling purposes. Most of the time you are going to be angling more than this, and you won't be able to fire 1 or 2 targets. It's the way it is. Don't try to fire full broadsides if you are fighting an enemy battleship. Oh, that was a painful citadel from the Congo. Because that's what happens when you don't angle well. You get settled. And while this thing has very good HP for a tier 4, 44,000 HP go away very fast if you are getting citadel. So yeah. So well, we have a Nicholas up there. That's a very dangerous destroyer if it comes close. Thankfully he's turning away. Well, there goes our Kuma on a hailstorm of torpedoes. And I want, of course, to finish off the job as soon as possible. I didn't swap for high explosive here, mostly because I didn't know if I was going to need it or not. With two cruisers shooting at the destroyer, a good chance it existed that it would be killed before I could fire again. But turns out these cruisers don't have very good aiming. So we are reaching the land, so I want to start turning away from it. I slow down a little. I turn, keeping track on that destroyer because I want him dead as soon as possible. Okay, he has turned away. Open fire and finish him off. Now we are under heavy fire. We are capping at least, which is something. But I don't want to linger around here for a long time. I can see right now that on the southern side, around the Cape, there are 4 ships coming. We are very weak in the south because we have a lot of people doing nothing in the center. In this map, you want to go either north or south, but you don't want to stay on the center. These were torpedoes fired from that Nicholas, but of course, not enough range, so wasn't worried about them. Here you can see angling. Not very angled, to be honest. I should probably be more angled than this, but I want to reach the cover of the land as soon as possible. Because that Congo might turn back for us, and I wouldn't feel well with that thing firing at me. Also, again, I want to help holding the tide of the guys who are coming from the south, because they can overrun us. Some hits, nothing dangerous. Nothing penetrating. Oh, that was unfortunate. The accuracy of these guns is not terrible, but is not great when you are firing beyond maybe 10 kilometers. But of course, being this slow, you can't really call the distance of the engagement. You have to fire wherever the enemy is at, because you can't close in if he's running away. You are too slow. So, yeah. That's one of the reasons I don't really like this battleship compared with the Miyogi or the AC-2, because they can't. I mean, those ships can close in and go away if they need to. This thing is too slow to dictate the terms of the engagement. You have to fight whatever comes at you, in whatever terms they set on you. So well, coming back south. I'm keeping a close eye to that Congo because I see he's moving towards the cap zone and probably will try to come around the north side. So I'm going to keep a constant eye on him because at one moment or another I will have to, of course, face him. Meanwhile, things are not looking good at all. Again, we are cornered. The south side has totally fell apart and yep. If the guys down on the south start coming for us, there won't be anything to stop them. So yeah, I'm trying to get there, but of course at this speed will take a while. Again, one of the big problems of the American battleships, wherever they are very powerful, but if the action is happening elsewhere, you will take ages to reach there. So far nothing to shoot. But soon that will change. Keeping a constant eye on that Congo. At this moment I don't know if he's going to double that cape over there or he's going to stay in cover and cap C. However, by looking at his speed it's clear that he's going to come past the cover of the island. Of course, that's a Congo, that's a battlecruiser, but he's a bit far away and 12-inch AP is not really great. I do a little bit of damage, but citadels are going to be complicated to achieve. Thankfully, I managed to avoid the enemy fire. Here you can see how limited the arcs of fire of the turrets are. You can see the B turret is pointed almost to the side instead of backwards. So I can fire only 10 guns to this, not even that, even less guns to this profile, but I have to keep this angle because that guy is coming directly for us. And as he's coming directly for us and AP is going to do absolutely nothing on him, I swap for high explosive. This is something you have to learn very soon to do in battleships, when to switch to high explosives. Sometimes you have to do it even against enemy battleships and even cruisers if they are not giving you a good shot. This guy is coming directly head on. It's very complicated to achieve good penetrating hits from this angle, so high explosive it is. Open up. Okay, some damage there. Here I'm opening to fire all my guns because he's coming straight for us. So chances for him to achieve a citadel on me are much more reduced. Okay, he got hit by a torpedo, that's good. He's also on fire, that's even better. Opening again. He has more torpedoes coming for him. So that's really great. Because those torpedoes will mostly kill him. He's almost dead. One more torpedo and he will be done. Yep, torpedo there, and flooding will end him. There he is, dead. Okay, now we have all the enemies are coming from the south. We have a Frutaka coming from the north, but honestly, first things first, the threat is coming from the south. Enemy aircraft. I turn away to avoid his torpedoes. There are more torpedo bombers coming from there. Okay, I keep this heading and torpedoes miss. And now we have a Kuma there to take care of. First volley, some hits, nothing too damaging. Second volley, yep, that did the trick. So lots of enemies coming from there, and also some torpedo bombers. Thankfully, well, some fighters are going to come to my rescue here and destroy those torpedo bombers, so I can concentrate on the enemy cruisers who are coming there. First Kuma. Open up. I saw he was starting to turn, so probably they will miss, and yeah, they do. I want to keep a reasonable range here, because if I come too close, they are going to host me in high explosive, and I don't want that. So I'm moving away from them, taking a look at the Furutaka, which is being taken care of, so no need to worry about that side. Again, taking aim at the Kuma. Some hits, but not enough to kill him, which was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, one more shot and he should be done. Open with my last turret. And oh, one shot, one passed. Okay, I'm starting to get hit. Take notice of the Kuma turn. I spread my shots to cover a wide area and guarantee a hit, and he's gone. Okay, so we have a Wyoming, which is coming for us. I'm going to shoot, well, my last turret because I had it available, so why not? And I'm going to turn around. And I'm going to turn around because I'm reaching the border of the map. And also there are some islands to the south, and I don't want to collide. So when I turn around, I spot that San Luis. The San Luis is a really dangerous ship, and I want to take care of him first of all. So I start shooting him with my after turrets. Miss. Taking fast post shots as I turn. Furutaka to the north was destroyed. We are in a pretty decent situation here, but we have 3 enemies that really need to be taken care of. Easy to see. That's also a dangerous one. But this guy didn't know his ship. I mean, with an easy to see, the last thing you want to do is to come close to a Wyoming and fight it out very close by to him. So here I am, taking a look around, deciding if I want to shoot my F turrets at these guys, or I want to focus on this one. And it's this one, because he's coming closer and closer. And at very close range, you really want to take care of him as fast as possible. He gets heavily hit by torpedoes, and I'm able to finish him off. So now we have a St. Louis and a Wyoming to take care of. They are shooting me. So I'm going to avoid a little bit of the fire here. There you go. And come back. First things must die first. The St. Louis comes first. Wyoming, of course, is very dangerous, but as long as I keep him in a decent angle, he's not going to be able to penetrate me. So plan here is to try to destroy the St. Louis and then take care of the battleship. The St. Louis, it's not that complicated to citadel, but I think I wasn't really lucky in this series of suits. But well, what matters is to kill him, right? Actually, I got a citadel there. Yeah, memory failed me. Nah, that wasn't a good hit. All the time I'm looking at the minimap down at the right. As you can see, I'm aiming directly to the enemy Wyoming. So if he shoots at me, he won't get very good hits. I never want to be totally broadside on to an enemy battleship, especially if I'm not shooting at him. So that's very important. Always keep an eye on your minimap and try to, well, keep the enemy threats in your, well, more appropriate angles. That Wyoming got destroyed and I massacred that St. Louis. So yeah, that's my 5th kill. Not bad. And now we have a very tasty carrier here. Actually, I think I missed off on a great opportunity here because I didn't change for high explosive very early on. And probably I should have. But well, what matters is that yeah, he's not going to do a lot. I mean, that's a carrier. I know he's probably coming for the ram, but I'm not going to give him that chance. There you go, Confederate. Okay, fire these guns. And now I'm going to change for high explosive. And I'm going to turn towards him to give him a very, very difficult ramming target. As you can see, the secondary guns are almost not firing. There are not a lot of guns and they don't do a lot anyway, so secondaries on this ship are nothing that you can really, well, trust on. Okay, there we go. Almost reloaded. Wow, 10 hits. Oh, almost dead, but not quite. Someone else kill him. And those are the results. Of course, a very good battle, 5 kills. It could have been 6, but for a couple hundred HP on that carrier, it wasn't. Anyway, well, this was the Wyoming. I hope you enjoyed the video, and now you understand the ship better. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you later.